What's up family, wagwan, my friends, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to Chef Chrisb TV. Now guys, today I'm going to show you how to make Jamaican Ackee and Saltfish Rangoon, and I hope you guys enjoy this recipe tutorial. I hope you guys learn something from this Jamaican Ackee and Saltfish Rangoon. Stay tuned. So these are the ingredients I'm going to be using for my dish today. I have my Ackee. This is Ackee. So this is Jamaica's national fruit, and it's actually a fruit, Ackee, and we often use it to make Ackee and Saltfish. So this is my saltfish. Like I said in previous videos, it's good to soak your saltfish from overnight. So this is already soaked. So you normally soak your saltfish from overnight. You boil it 2 times for 10 minutes intervals, and then you pretty much just cut it up in small pieces to go with your Ackee. I have my herbs. I have my bell peppers, red and yellow. You can also use green if you have. And I have some eggs. So these are wonton wrappers. This is what I'm going to use to make the Rangoon. In a few I'm going to show you how I make it. Alright guys, so now I'm going to make my Ackee and Saltfish before I start my Rangoon. Now my heat is on, so I'm just going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Now I'm going to add my herbs and my veggies. So you just want to saute your herbs and veggies for about a minute. So I've added some onion, bell peppers and thyme. And I'm going to add some scallion and some garlic. So I'll definitely put the ingredients in the description field so you guys can actually see. So I'm going to saute this for a minute, and then I'm going to add my saltfish. So now I'm going to add my saltfish. So you're pretty much just sauteing your herbs, then you add your saltfish. And the saltfish is already cooked because you boiled it earlier, so you don't need to be cooked for a long time. Now I'm going to add my Ackee, and you can actually buy Ackee in the can. Most places will have Ackee that's already cooked in the can, so you don't need to cook it for a long time. So I'm going to add about ½ teaspoon of whole black pepper. And because we're using the saltfish, you boil it 2 times. Even though you boil it 2 times, the saltfish already have a little bit of salt in it, so you don't need to add salt to this dish. You can add about ½ teaspoon of grease, all-purpose seasoning, and those are the 2 items I'm only going to use to season my Ackee and Saltfish. You don't need a lot of seasoning. Saltfish already have salt in it, so you just add a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of seasoned salt, just to add more flavor, but not too much seasoning if needed for this dish. Alright guys, so now I'm going to show you how to make the Rangoon. Now I'm using some wonton wrappers. So the wonton wrappers, you can get it from a Chinese supermarket, or if you can get it at a regular supermarket that's close to you, that's also fine. But most time the Chinese supermarket have the wrappers. Now I'm going to use some egg yolk. So what you want to do is when you crack open an egg, you want to separate the white from the yolk. So I'm only going to use the yolk in this recipe. So like I said, you want to separate the yolk from the egg white. So the yolk is what I'm going to use to make my Rangoon. So first you want to put about 1 tablespoon of Ackee and Saltfish, and you're going to put it in the exact middle of the wrapper. Then you're going to use the egg yolk, and you're going to put it at the side. So just a small amount at the side of the wrapper. Then you're going to put the sides together, and then you join the other side. So pretty much you make all the sides meet in the middle. Now the reason why I said to use the egg yolk will make it hold together better than if you're using the egg white. So that's the reason why you separate the egg white from the egg yolk. And you only want to use the egg yolk to make this ragoon. Alright, so you put some ackee. And if you don't have ackee and saltfish, you can use regular saltfish or you can use callaloo and saltfish. So you can always substitute and use other ingredients. Also, it depends on the type of wonton wrapper you buy. Some wrapper is a bit thicker, so you may not have to double. But if the wrapper is not thick enough, based on the one that you buy, you can always double it. So you can always double the wrapper if it's not thick enough, but you want it thick enough so when you're frying it, the ackee doesn't separate from the wrapper. So you want to get a thick enough wonton wrapper, but I know depending on your location, you may get various type at your disposal. So if it's not thick enough, then you can simply just double the wrapper so it gets thick enough. Alright, so now I'm going to fry the rangoon. So what you want to do is you want to turn on your fryer at 300 degrees. At 300 degrees, it should take about 2 to 3 minutes to cook. Because remember, the ackee is already cooked. The saltfish is already cooked. So my fryer is already on at 300 degrees. So I'm going to drop my rangoon. And remember guys, like I said, if you have callaloo, if you want to use callaloo, you can use callaloo. You can substitute it and use other ingredients if you want. I'm going to fry now for about 2 to 3 minutes. So this is my finished product guys, my Ackee and Saltfish Rangoon, and you want to get this golden brown color. It's looking so good, looking perfect, but this is the end result. So pretty much you eat it as it is. So like I said, if you don't have Ackee and Saltfish, then you can always use regular saltfish, or you can just use callaloo and saltfish or other meat product that you want to put in the middle. Once you get your wonton wrappers, use the egg yolk and to make it. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. And remember guys, I have channel membership, so anyone interested in channel membership, you can always hit me up and ask me about its perks and membership. You can ask me about its perks and benefits. But thank you guys for tuning in today. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys learned something from this recipe tutorial. Chef Chrisb out. Yeah man.